Welcome to Moonlight Madness, and today I'm doing a reading for this star sign of fire, sun, moon and rising for 2022 in the year of the tiger, the Chinese tiger. We have the first card that I'm using is from the deck of the Fairy Tarot by Doreen and Radleigh Valentine. The second deck I'm using is the Wisdom of the Fairy Oracle by Cavendish and Selina, Fenech. There's really nice. So two fairy decks together. The candle that I got here is a very beautiful candle. It's from my son for my birthday. It's Sand and Fog. It's made by on the California coast, and it's inspired me to use it in my readings because it's a company born of a vision of three women who believed candles should not only smell good but look good too. And that was by Christy, Elisa and Jill. Soy wax blend, 100% cotton wick. So it's a really nice quality. It's got eucalyptus and spearmint in it. The crystals I'm using today are from Rainbow Runner in Hamilton, Beaumont Street, New South Wales, Australia. We've got Six of Cups as the first card I pulled. This is like going back through photo albums, and people from your past just may appear, remembering events differently in a better or worse light. That's how they really occurred. Memories are based on emotion. So for me, how I work is if I'm emotionally attached to something or someone or an object, whether it be clothing item, jewelry item or a person, I start having feelings for them. I don't even know, I'll start seeing stuff for them. I have to feel vulnerable enough, but I need to trust them enough to then read for them. I need to feel safe when I read. So sometimes I need to do a psychometry reading, jewelry, clothing item, or even a photograph. I can watch a photo or watch a footage of a film star and get actor, and I'll get impressions for them or past impressions for them. I have my own business card, and it's Moonlight Madness, kellyhardyman28@gmail.com. If you need to email me, if you want me to do a personal reading, I can do that for you via YouTube. And I haven't figured out a payment system yet. I'm still working that out. But yeah, I need a piece of jewelry too, if I could, or an item of clothes that you keep and it's got memories attached to them. So it says here, you may find that you run into an old stomping ground of the people from your old other life. When you say you have one life before you have children and another one afterwards. This is what it's saying. Children or childhood, pining for the past, childlike innocence, becoming fast friends. The world abounds, you get in touch with the memories or people from your past. Make notes of how you handle those events and how you might apply what you learn to the present. Take special care to see the past accurately without putting a positive or negative spin on it. Perhaps there's some happy memories gone by. You need to share those events, or they might have just happened. Making memories now, while you still can. Strength card. You're a very sensitive soul, fire signs. So if you are a Sagittarian, Aries or Leo, this is what this card reading is for. Sun, moon and rising. And it talks specifically today in the year of the tiger. If you've got a tiger Chinese horoscope sign, this can be for you as well. So it's talking about having the strength to get through something, to overcome a challenge, and there's a power of kindness and forgiveness, and it's talking about kindness is not a weakness, it's a strength. So never look at it as a weakness, because you've got an empathetic heart. That doesn't mean or discount that you've got feelings. It doesn't mean you're weak, it just means you have a really good heart. And then you've got the recent past is the Eight of Swords. This can represent a jail, a prison, or you're imprisoned in your mind, or you might be in a type of institution, whether it be mental health institution or a place that felt like a jail. That's your perception of it. It might not be real. She can just jump across to the next icicle, but in her mind she can't get there. It's a lack of self-confidence that holds you into a place where you may have been very vulnerable and felt at risk. The Eight of Swords. You can also talk about sadness, pain, the illusion of being trapped. Take responsibility for your life now. And the entrapment is an illusion. And then you've had a recent past event. You may have had a traumatic event happen, a big fight, You may have had a big fight and had to leave a house because it was toxic or it was dangerous to your well-being. You might have had a huge argument. And this can also talk about having to move suddenly from a place, or having to being involved in climate change, like a flood, earthquake, tsunami, bushfire, something like that, where you're a victim of your circumstance. You're a victim of your natural surroundings, and it's nothing you had any control over. That's the Tower moment. So everything is being pulled down to be restructured in the right way and rebuild. Then you've got an 8 of Spring. 8 of Spring is juggling 8 projects at once, and it comes from stress from having all these things you're juggling. Multitasking, you may be doing your house, redecorating, doing a fitness routine, trying to get a job, trying to get a place to live. You might have several things that you're working on at one time. You're multitasking. And it says being able to do that, but not to burn out as well. So take a little bit of you time, bit of downtime. Just realised my air conditioner is not on. Being confident, sudden events or rapid changes, business travel. Delegate items off to other people. If you can't do them all in one hit, get other people to help you in your search for getting things done without being overloaded. Call in some reserves. Call in the troops. Call in your backup people to shoulder some of the load. Then you've got Princess of Summer. So you've got someone around you who is a cup. They can either be male or female, or just be male with feminine energy, vice versa. They are Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. They're gentle, they're sensitive, they're kind, they're inexperienced because they sense the world with their senses rather than like you and I would know about the world through reading something. They would sense it before they had to read about it. They could sense that an earthquake's coming. They can sense when you're going to call them. They've got a very strong sixth sense. They also might have their own private garden. Social invitations, a new friend, a gentle and sensitive soul. They're very poetic. They're fondness for writing, including journaling, everything they feel. If daydreaming were an Olympic sport, they'd be a gold medalist. If you approach them with outstretched arms and an open heart, they will embrace you and let you into their life. They will eagerly listen to all your worries with great compassion. No one cries alone with the Princess of Summer around. They could work with counselling. They could be a counsellor. They could be a social worker or a psychologist or a psychiatrist. They could be in that sort of field work. Then you've got the 7 of Swords. This is talking about having something in your possession that no one else does, like the cure to cancer or the cure to COVID, or you might have something that no one in the world has. There might be no water left on the planet, and you have the last bit of water, magical potion that will heal or fix whatever's going on with you, or the water where no one else has water. And also escaping things. You might be able to escape things quickly because you have that inner knowledge. If you're a psychic medium, you can see things three days out. 3 days out before they happen, or 5 days out. If you've got complete accuracy, you'll be able to pick up on things that no one else will be able to pick up on. I saw a person's shoes today that I'd seen 3 days ago. I didn't know whose shoes they were or what that was about, but I thought it was a psychiatrist's shoes. It looked like it. It wasn't. It was just a Centrelink person who deals with people who've gone through traumatic situations like I have. And that was his shoes. I told him, "Are you ever thinking about going into psychiatry or working in mental health?" He said, "Yes, I have. I've been thinking about it." So hopefully he gets this message, because I told him to go online and watch Moonlight Madness, and I'll do a reading for him. So if this applies to you, hopefully this applies to someone out there who has this shoe, like I saw today. Something to do with your shoe or a new direction in life. A shoe it talks about a gift, or it can also be a proposal from someone if you get a shoe in a dream. So somebody you could be getting engaged or married. Take a stand, defending your position. It says here you need to stand up for yourself if you've been wronged. and wanting to be alone, self-deception. Ask God, the angels and the fairies to show you who doesn't or doesn't have integrity. Sadly, there are people who hide their real intentions, but by listening to your intuition, you'll be given signs or messages to show you the truth. Pay attention to the red flag warnings that broadcast another person's lack of honesty, and although you see the best in people, it's time to take the blinders off and know that some people's actions are always going to be dishonest. Okay, then we've got here the Three of Pentacles. This is like a work of art, or being commissioned to do a work of art. Some of you may sew, paint, draw, create, sculpt, be in the creative industries. You might work in social media or media, communications. And it says here you're really, really good at what you do. And you'll be compensated for your creative talents and your insights and your innate ability, your natural ability to pick up on things or see things long before they happen. Some people that I know that are psychic, like myself, draw what they see, and that way they've got an indication of what it means. And when it comes up and it's shown to them, then it's pointing them to a direction. It could be a logistical place, like I dreamt about, the place I've just moved from, that had a small garden. And the person that owned the house had a small garden that was just hers, her own private garden. Exactly how I saw it. So you should draw it. I get floor plans. I got a floor plan of my son's place that he lives at in a university situation, and I had the floor plan and knew exactly where his bedroom was before I even got to see it. That's the sort of thing people that are visual, clairvoyants, see it with their third eye, need to draw it, and that way they can put it on paper, and then when it comes true, they can go, oh, that's what that means, that's what that's about. And you've got here, what's coming up for you in the future is a Queen of Swords. It could be a male or female, it could be male with female energy, or could be female with male energy, or could be male with feminine energy, whichever way it applies. They're very independent, they're very structured, they're strong, they're self-sufficient, they're funny. They may be a divorced person. They like to go to garage sales. They're very thrifty. They can put you in your place long before you even know about it, because they're very smart people. They may have several degrees in different areas of the world as well. They can read a room very well. Not only are they intelligent, but they're very, very pretty, very beautiful to look at. They're the whole package is what I'm getting. So for someone out there, that's who's coming into your future. You're a perfect match. Fire, you could be the air sign with an ascendant in fire or rising, and then you might end up with someone who is an Aquarian, Libra, or Gemini. I'm just looking up what else it says about 3 of Autumn. Some other message I need to relay to someone. Being compensated for your talents, being a team player, finding or becoming a mentor for someone. It says you want to work with people who share your creative collaboration. You may need to partner up with someone. You may have an online platform you don't know how to make money from. You need extra help. You need to pay someone to help you with your page in order to make money, who's trained in the field that you're doing or what you're doing, you're trying to put across. And if you love what you do, then it will shine like a beacon through your work. You may make a very successful living through creative industries. Yeah, so that's that for that. And I'll prick the tiger's eye for protection. That's what Leos need. You need 2, because in order to see, or psychic gift, astral travel, tigers have 2 eyes. I found it was too strong. I had to have 2 of them in my room. I've got too many psychic impressions, so I'm down to 1. And then we've got, for the Aquarian, Libra, or mainly Aquarian energy, I picked up an amethyst. Amethyst is really good to balance the mind if you've got too much going on. My son always says, I've got so much in my head, Mum, thoughts are going everywhere and I need to sort them through. I'm scattered. It's like being in a fog, he used to tell me. So that's how he is, a foggy brain. You need to clear, maybe some of you may be on a Get Healthy program where you're trying to eliminate toxins from your diet, and maybe this is the time to start, because then you can have a clearer thinking pattern. Maybe you lack sleep, you're sleep deprived. So what I'm getting for people that can't sleep is howlite. This helps with sleep. I'm going to shuffle another deck. This is the Fairy Oracle. See what else I get for fire. Oh, no, that's wrong card. That already came out for another sign. Some of you might wear gold jewellery, just saying, just putting it out there. You may be attracted to buying a new piece of jewellery, and if so, gold is your thing. If you're a fire sign, you need gold. It's also good for attracting money, and gold is good to heal. Golden seal, eye ointment for someone out there who's got an eye infection. Golden seal. Gold you put on the inner side of your eyelid when you've got a pigsty there. Midnight Prince. Comes at the midnight hour. There must have been a story a long time ago. I watched a movie and it was called A Discovery of Witches with Teresa Palmer and Matthew Good. And it talks about a midnight prince. The parents used to tell her this story. Your midnight prince will come to you and save her from other witches because she's got magical powers and they're jealous of her. So they bind her magic with a binding spell. And then finally someone cuts her open or opens her up. An opening spell, another powerful witch. And then she becomes fully who she's meant to be. Sorry, that's my phone. I'll have to call them back. So that's what it's saying. Ask for what you want. Be honest. 43. It's nice music. Okay, sorry about that, but I can't stop the table. I'm still going. He's a wish granter. He will look right into your eyes and into your heart and see that it is there that you want, and then it will become true. He's going to help you examine your heart. Do not try to hide your darkness from him or excuse them. He has them too and does not find them bad. He doesn't know that whatever it is you want, it is you want that has been born out of all you are. And if you remain unaware of all that you are, you have wishes granted that somehow echo unclaimed parts of yourself. When you meet with this guy, it says you will know but yourself. Be who you are and ask truthfully what it is you need and what you want. Do you wish to be pain-free, to find new love, to be more abundant? Ask and you will receive. Wish boldly and bravely. It says every thought is a wish to this fairy prince. What are you on your way to receiving? The fairy prince is making an appearance in your life soon, in the form of wishes and dreams coming to fruition. In order to create this greatest possible potential from these wonderful beings' abilities, be sure to know what it is you want, then to focus your thoughts, actions, emotions, and intent on this. Bring all into alignment and be honest when there appears to be blocks. Then allow them to be released gently and without drama. The thing is to be honest about what it is you want. There is no penalty for being so. There is nothing to hide or disguise about yourself. Only be who you are and watch the magic begin to unwind in your life. Just be authentic. That's what I said to my guy I saw today about not having a place to live. I just told him the truth. This is why I need to live alone. I've had trauma happen in a house that I've been trying to put up with for 7 months. Gatekeeper, fairy time shifts, dimensional slips. It's talking about a window into the future. So some of you may be gifted psychically. You may be able to travel or time walk, as they say. A time walking witch is a very rare thing. And if you can time walk, you can go forward and backwards in time during the daytime as well as at night when you're asleep. Mainly it's usually when you're asleep. Gatekeeper, 45. And it gives you an insight on where you need to go next, what's your next abilities, where you don't want to go to, and where it's safe. Right, 45. Time shifts, fairy time, dimensional slips. It's talking about time travelling. You can shape your own time, create portals between past and present, and know how to be more effective and magical. Revisit the past and do-over when the gatekeeper arrives. Watches and clocks may not work for you. I cannot wear a watch. They die. Timers go off at strange times. There may be visitations from people you have yet to meet, and you may recreate your past in the dimension when sleeping. Go to fairy mounds and sacred places, stone circles where trees grow. You'll see ghosts and understand the future and stay well amidst it all. For time is not, it's never ending. It's continual. It's like watching a movie reel go past on you. It's not chaos. It's real and more wondrous than any dream. Understand that the concept of linear time is irrelevant to a question you currently ask. Foretelling is coming to you as you tap into a source outside of time belief. Understanding what time is a landscape and where you choose to place your attention creates the concept and experience you are currently having. Dream time of the Aboriginal peoples of Australia is all time and no time, a beginning, a life, an ending, a recreation occurring simultaneously, like sliding doors. One door she has a completely different life, the other door she stays stuck with the wrong person. It depends which way you go, left or right. You have to decide. We can dream without time pressure. We currently believe we need to experience. Some say that when we break through to the fifth world in the future, we'll no longer have this current time belief and all change and flow. Once upon a time will be now and forever, and we'll be one with our ancestors past, present and generations of the future. We will speak and dream and share together as a future. I hope this helped for someone with fire signs out there. Thank you.